we're going to talk about my experience as a tuner. I modded my car and everything. It's been 3 years. Has it been 3 years? 2 years. 2 years that my Unitronic, that I chipped the car Unitronic stage 2 at was 2000. I chipped the car at 2,000 miles. Well, and now I'm at 30. So everything's been going good as far, so I could give you about my experiences. First of all, chipping your car is safe, guys. You go APR, you could go Unitronic, Revo. All these guys, they're all safe. You could even go at your local shop and get a Pro Tune if that's what you want. You just got to keep in mind, not because you're tuned that you own a Ferrari the next days. It's still going to be, like in my example, it's a Jetta, right? The GLI. So, you know, Volkswagen, don't go revving your car past 7,000 RPMs. You're going to burn something, even if you're chipped or not chipped. You're asking more out of the motor only by timing fuel, air, and other stuff that these guys know and they thought about. So if you want to chip your car, it's perfectly safe. But keep in mind, you're going to spend more money than that chip eventually. Hands down, you're going to spend for something. For my example, with this MK6 GLI, well, you have a misfire issue when you chip your car. It's a must. You have to, or you're gonna get misfires all the time. Cylinder 3, cylinder 4 is gonna pop, and you're gonna have to change spark plugs and everything. So you gotta change those spark plugs and coil packs. So what you do? Well, the easy fix is you go right away to Audi and you buy some S4, S5, R8 coil packs. They're the one with the red tips on them, and you change the spark plugs to NGK ones, plasma tips, diamond tip, whatever, and the problem is fixed there. But that's $100 more you gotta put down, right? And still there at that problem. When I had that problem, the car wasn't feeling like I was okay, because when I chipped the car, I put a APR intake on the car. So there was too much air coming in, not enough coming out. Even when I was stage 1 plus, exactly. There was too much air coming in the car, not enough was coming out. So the car would balk all the time, you know. So I wasn't a smooth drive. So what did I do? Stage 2, full turbo back exhaust system. Since there, the car is sweet. But you're gonna have to put more money down, even if it's just the coil packs. It's something. Even with the Subarus, there's probably something you're gonna have to add. So give me 2 seconds here, guys. Alright. Alright, so where were we? So yeah, so you're gonna have to end up putting more money eventually. Like it or not, you're gonna have to put it. In my case, stage 1 plus wasn't enough. You get power hungry, right? So you have to keep that in mind. But for anything else, tuning, you could always go. So what else can we talk about? So in my experiences, nothing went wrong with the car. The only thing that happened is the junction where your MAF is installed on the intake, on the APR unit. There's a piece that's rubberized, and that's split into two. So I had to change that part. But that was it. I just changed that part and everything was fine after. So it was pretty simple. Pretty simple fix. And misfires. Like I was getting so many misfires. It was every time you will launch the car in sport mode, I would get a check engine light. The minute I put those R8 coil packs, changed the spark plug, and I went stage 2 at the same time. So no, I didn't. That's not true. Sorry about that. The car went perfectly. Just the issue was too much air coming out, not enough coming out. I could have just put a downpipe on the car and that would be fine. But I went a step ahead and I put a turbo back because I love the sound of the car. You could hear it here. That's what I wanted. I give you a downshift, late downshift. Sorry, got caught up in the moment there. So yeah, so guys, if you want to answer who's the best, I would say Unitronic's the best, but I still have a APR intake on the car, so you know what that means. But there's only two guys. If you get a Pro Tune, that's different because he's gonna do it to your car specifically. But there's only APR and Unitronic are pretty. I think they're the two guys to go to in the Volkswagen world. Audi or whatever. I would say if you would put an APR GLI 2012 right beside me with APR's turbo back exhaust and Unitronics or whatever intake to be matching my car, I think it would be pretty even, except if that guy has summer tires, if that guy's DSG, if he shifts faster, if he has more gas. I think that's the issue. I think these companies are both perfectly matched. So I don't think that you can go wrong with if you choose either one. Just keep in mind, don't have a Ferrari after and don't wind it up at 9,000 RPMs because you're gonna jump your motor. You know. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that's my experience. And I think everybody's experience. You won't burn your car just because you chipped it, you know. And gas mileage are better and whatever. It's not. That's bull. Throttle response is faster. Yes. You won't save more gas because your car is chipped. I don't believe that. There's more gas going in the motor, so I don't think so. You're just gonna go faster because the gears are changed a little bit and everything. But yeah. APR has more features. You could lock it or whatever than Unitronic's, pretty much more basic. And in this particular model, you have to take out your computer. You can't just OB something, whatever it is. You can't just plug it and chip it. You really got to take out your computer and do it by hand, whatever. You have to take it out. So that's more cost effective if you want to do it at a shop or something. But that's something to keep in mind. I don't know about the new Jettas, but this 2012 one, that's what they have to do. And you can't plug the UniConnect Pro, whatever, UniConnect. You can't plug it in this car. That's a downside. So if you guys are shopping, that could be an issue. But Unitronic, I have no problem with those tunes. I want Unitronic Stage 1 Plus, and after I ended up with Unitronic Stage 2. Stage 1 Plus was more torquey at the start, I believe, was more, but maybe faster, like it would hit harder. But I think the Unitronic Stage 2 is much safer, so it looks safer, it drives better than my Unitronic Stage 1 Plus. But at the drag strip, I'm doing about the same. The difference is my high end is higher. So I used to finish the line at 100 miles per hour, whatever, quarter mile. Now I finish it at 105 miles per hour. So you get more at the high end, but you don't really gain at the beginning. I think Stage 1 Plus is much but not much faster, but you get the expression. It gives a harder knock, so I didn't like it. It felt like the car was pulling too hard for no reason. So if you guys think about doing it, go Stage 2 right away. If you're guys that want to beat Subarus on the highway and everything, well, you could go KO4 right away. You're gonna save money by doing this, but KO4 is like a $4,000 upgrade. I got beaten by a GTI KO4, and the difference is pretty apparent. The guy flied. It was maybe 3 cars ahead of me, so the difference is there. So The difference is theirs in the money. So you spend more money, but you get more. But in stage 2, I already slip gears and I slide the front tires, roll all the way. So if you're rolling, KO4 is the way to go. If you're on a standstill, well, you're just going to burn your tires, except if you're a professional driver and you know how to balance everything. But KO4 is a little bit of overkill, in my opinion. If you're willing to put $4,000 or $5,000 down after you bought the car, well, you should buy a S4. You should buy a Golf R. That's what I'm planning to do. The new MK7 Golf R. That's what I'm planning to do, and bring it at stage 2 with Unitronic, of course. That's my plans. But if you're willing to put a KO4 inside, I think you're better off buying a car that's $10,000 more expensive than a GTR or a GLI. That's my opinion. But if you get it on the cheap side, if your GLI is on the cheap side or your GTI is on the cheap side, and you want to put a KO4 on it, well, go ahead. I don't do it because it's $5,000 more than I already paid to get stage 2 and everything. Because the only thing that's missing for me is a KO4 turbo and an intercooler, because I already have the rest. But the money I put on in stage 1 and stage 2 and other costly little things there and there, well, it's not worth it for me. I might as well sell the car like it is, maybe change the tires and everything, and try to get a Golf R. So yeah, guys, so I think this video was long enough. I hope you guys stay tuned to my channel, because I'm trying to give more positive information out there to the Volkswagen tuning world. And these cars are very safe, so I will go ahead if you're trying to buy one of these. And in the next videos, I'll talk about why I bought this car, why I chose this car over the Subaru, why I chose this car over the Mitsubishi Lancer, why I chose this car over the Genesis. I think those were my 3, and why I chose the GLI over the Golf GTI. So yeah, guys, so see you next time, and stay cool, fellas.